The Pittsburgh Penguins are once again champions, and I wish I could say I'm surprised. Sure, Washington was absolutely the favorite to come out of the East. In my horrible preseason predictions, I said Tampa, a fair guess. But we've seen it time and time again, the most dangerous teams are the ones who come into the playoffs on an absolute tear. Look at the Los Angeles Kings in 2012, and this year it was Pittsburgh. They demolished the Rangers, outlasted Washington, and snuck past Tampa, and in the end, conquered the Sharks for their 4th cup and their 2nd in 7 years. It was amazing to see Mario Lemieux with the cup again. It was amazing to see Phil Kessel raise the Stanley Cup for the first time. I'm beyond happy for him. It was amazing to see Pascal Dupuis with the cup, knowing that his career is over, and the ovation that the fans there in San Jose gave him, or even the fact that Marc-Andre Fleury raised the cup before Matt Murray, which is absolutely hilarious. Obviously, the series itself wasn't a demolition, but the flaws in San Jose's game were evident from the puck drop in Game 1. I mean, down 3-2 in the series, in your own building for Game 6, and you only managed 2 shots on goal in the 3rd period while trailing. Yes, that may speak more to Pittsburgh's defensive prowess, but regardless, that's just shocking. And for that reason, as happy as I am to see someone like Kessel raise the cup, it's just as heartbreaking to see Thornton and Marleau without it. I don't want to say that neither guy could keep up with the speed of Pittsburgh, but the fact is these are 2 future Hall of Famers that are simply past their prime. It doesn't mean that they aren't still tremendous hockey players, but this may have very well been their only shot. Who knows, both are free agents after next year. Maybe the Sharks win it all and they go out on top, or hell, maybe San Jose struggles somehow and the 2 get sent away to different contenders who are willing to take the risk because of their expiring deal, and hopefully one of them succeeds. If they don't, they join one hell of a list of amazing players to have never won, a list that unfortunately includes the likes of active players like Jarome Iginla, and of course recently retired Daniel Alfredsson, Cam Neely as a player, Pat LaFontaine, Matt Sundin, Mike Gartner, Marcel Dion, Pavel Bure, Adam Oates, Peter Stastny, and many, many other amazing Hall of Fame players that have never raised the cup. As for the Sharks, San Jose is an interesting team going forward. Couture, Pavelski, Burns, Martin Jones, they are all the real deal. Hell, Jones is the only reason that was a series. The fact is, if it wasn't for Martin Jones, it could have been a sweep. His amazing play kept San Jose in it, despite the fact that they were completely outmatched. But I am intrigued to see how they do moving forward, and I wouldn't be against seeing them return to the finals sometime soon. Game 6 had a great atmosphere, and of course it's always classy to see a fan base stick around and watch the other team celebrate. Not an easy thing to do. Now for Pittsburgh, during the celebration I was talking to an EASHL teammate of mine, and he asked, who wins the Conn Smythe? My quote, Kessel deserves it, Murray could earn it, but it's Crosby's, and sure enough, that's what happened. Hell, I wouldn't have been against Martin Jones pulling a J.S. Jaguar and winning the thing, but simply put, Sidney Crosby solidified his status as the best in the world on Sunday night. It is undeniable at this point. Every fan base will have their guy, whether it's Ovechkin, Giroux, Tavares, Patrice Bergeron, Taves, Kane, Jamie Benn, and every single one of us are wrong. Crosby proved he is the man, and if he didn't win you over with his defensive play in the series, particularly in Game 6, I don't know what's wrong with you. Matt Murray, had it not been for Game 5, very well could have won it. What an amazing cup run for him at 22 years old. And Phil Kessel just continues to dominate, playing his heart out, and seemingly wanting that cup more than anybody else on the ice. Pittsburgh managed to craft the perfect team. The stars aligned. You have your core, Crosby, Malkin, Letang, and from there you need the veterans to solidify the roster and for the youth to step up, and it all happened. The HBK line, all relatively new guys to the team, and goddamn it, Phil Kessel as a third liner, just come on. Guys like Eric Fair, Matt Cullen, Ben Lovejoy, although not as tenured as the other 2 I named, all played excellently throughout the postseason, and then the youth, Murray, Rust, Kuhnhackl, Sheary, and hell, even Justin Schultz, who was still in his mid-20s, didn't kill his team defensively, as people worried when they acquired him from the Oilers, and just in a postseason where everybody expected a Titan to win it, Washington, Tampa, Chicago, St. Louis, LA, it was Pittsburgh who fired their coach mid-season, who were able to put the pieces in place. So congrats once again to the Penguins. You've made a few EASHL teammates of mine very happy, although for the one who went to Game 5, I know he wishes it happened just a little bit sooner. Overall, it was another enjoyable season from beginning to end. Obviously, I hope for a little bit more success for a certain team next time around, but who isn't excited for this upcoming offseason? A top-heavy draft, a solid free agent class, and even the World Cup of Hockey, as stupid as it is, at the very least, I'm thankful for a shortened offseason.